What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here again. I did a short on this, but I thought I would make a video on it because I'd get a little more detail just to I don't know, because it's always getting mixed comments on this, especially when it comes to these style knives. As you can tell by the title, I was saying, is Timber Rattler good? My thoughts, because it's not just Timber Rattler either. It's going to be all different types of budget style blades, right? These cheaper ones that are sub 50 bucks, sub 30 bucks sometimes, you know, like this one is. And I was in the fence because, you know, if you don't know nothing about knives, you know, you get a little bit about, you get some knife snobs, and yes, you know, you can get awesome material. You know, you can get this high end, you know, Magna Cut or CPM 3V. You can get all these different high-end blades, but then you're going to be paying $500-600 for a big Bowie knife, right? So not everyone can afford that. I can't afford that. So, and then you got the mid-range, like Work Tough gear that has the, in my opinion, the best bang for your buck. I mean, really reliable, awesome blades, but they run around between 200 to 250, sometimes up to 300, which is still out of a lot of people's price range, especially if you're a young guy or if you're on a fixed budget, fixed income. So Timber Rattlers and manufacturers, and mind you, these are Pakistani blades, and I know Pakistani, you get, there's hit and miss, you get junk, you can get some good blades, you can get some junk, but they're all, you know, it comes down to it, we're all trying to make money, right? These people in the third world, they're trying to make money too. You just got to do a little bit more investigating yourself to realize you know what you're getting, and if it has good reviews or decent reviews for the price you're paying, right? So if you're paying 30-40 bucks, don't expect it to hold an edge like something that's high carbon steel 1095 or something like that. If you're paying 25 bucks, you expect to get, you know, and in my opinion, with this one now I'm going to show you, it exceeds the $20 price range that I paid for it. It's awesome. I freaking love it for the price. And I'll tell you the story behind it. Let me pull it out and show you. So it does come like most of the budget blades in this cheap vinyl sheath. Not too bad, you know, it's not too bad. And this one here is my original one, about 15 years ago. This one here is the, this particular one is the Timber Rattler Caribbean Bowie. And it's bitchin'. I love it, you know, and I bought this even 15 years ago with low expectations. Like, you know, it's probably, I'm gonna use it, do some testing, beat on it. It's probably gonna break on me, but if it breaks, whatever. I'll just, you know, throw it away or whatever and just whatever. But I've literally done everything that I do with an expensive $250 knife with this knife, and even more. I would say even more, because I knew this, I treated this even shittier because I knew it was a cheap knife. It was a $20 knife. If it broke, so what, right? I don't want to break my freaking $250 knife, so I'm a little more careful. This one I wasn't careful with. I have batoned with this throughout the years. I have chopped numerous tree branches down, and I have neglected the shit out of this thing. I left it out in the rain, left it out in the super scorching heat, you know, and it's 115, 120 degrees out in areas, you know, and I mean, when it was extremely hot in certain areas, like where my family live out in Blythe, my in-laws, it gets up to 120 out there. So it's freaking super hot. And I took this out there, left it on there where I couldn't even touch it, had to put it in the trunk and let it cool down. And then where I live in mountain areas in California. I left it out in the snow, and this thing held up. I mean, and like I said, and I abused the shit out of it. Mind you, this is a full tank construction. You can see there, it runs all the way through. That's something you gotta look for. If you're gonna get a cheaper knife like this, like a Pakistani blade, make sure it's full tang. That'll help you a lot than getting little stick tangs like that, because those will break on you. But as long as you know what you're looking for. And this one here, I was so impressed with this one, this Timber Rattler. And then there's the Outlaw Bowie, I think is too. That was another good one. The Outlaw Bowie, that one there is a straight beater. But, you know, this is the one I'm talking about today. You know, this one here is fairly thin too. I thought for sure, because of the thinness of this blade, this thing would break. And that's kind of cool. They do like decorative little chiseling there on the spine for 20 bucks, for 20 freaking dollars, you know. So I just want to let you guys know, like, you know, and I wrapped the handle because I was using this as and I still use it as a dedicated throwing buoy. I use this to throw out the log. And you can go back, and I have numerous videos where I do throwing videos, and you'll see this one a lot. I throw this, like, I missed 1,000 times with this. I've, you know, tip totally straight, no bends, no nothing. And you can go back and watch videos. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna do another video. And I'm sorry I slowed down. The last one I did was the Raven, a full review, you know, where I do everything demo. I'm gonna try to pick it up again right now with the baby. As you guys know, I have a, a 5-month-old, so it's been really hard. It's almost like scheduling anything, right? To do something. I have to have my wife be home, and with her working weekends and me working weekdays, it's just, I have to really coordinate stuff to get out and to do these testing right now. But I'm gonna try my best to at least get it out at least once or twice or every other week to do an actual demo. But I'm gonna take this one back out and do another full harder use review so you guys can see for this one. $20, right? 20 freaking bucks. So I told myself, and this one now is discontinued, unfortunately, and I told myself, I was like, man, if I ever see this on freaking eBay, I'm gonna pick another one up because I know how good quality this is. As long as it's around the same price, right? I'm not gonna buy a Pakistani blade for $100, right? So I mean, as long as it's around the same price or even a little bit more, okay, because it's discontinued. But I know for a fact this exact one holds up great. And I was gonna say, go back to the point, I wrapped the handle just because in that electrical tape, because I was smacking it against the freaking log so hard so many times. They're coming a little bit loose, but they didn't break. The freaking handles didn't break. The pins are, because they're pinned in, coming a little loose. So instead of, since I'm using it as a thrower, as a beater buoy, I just wrapped it in this stuff. I was even thinking of putting, because I have some too, the tennis tape, the squishy tape. But since I'm throwing it so much, that shit just rips up. This is held up great for throwing. So I just wrapped it a few times in the electrical tape, and and it's working awesome. So I told you guys, I was waiting, and I haven't seen it come up because I have it on my wish list, as you could say, or your if they come up. So I ended up picking up another one, brand spanking new, brand new. And mind you, I paid $5 more for this. So instead of paying 20, I paid like 25. Shipped to the door, it was like under 40. It was like 30, because like $10 shipping. So, but 100% worth it, 100%. This is what the handles look like, original handles. Like that blue dyed, which are still awesome, dude, for a Pakistani blade. As you can see, the full tang. Mind you, it's rough. It's rough, but again, you're paying $25. And there's you guys can see there, I'll read it to you. It's TR 126, and it just says stainless steel, Pakistan. And the other side has the Timber Rattler. But for $25, you can't beat that. This knife, I mean, it held up so well. That's how much I liked it. It held up so well. I had to get another one because this one held up so well. And I love the shape. I'm a sucker for a buoy shape. Has that Crocodile Dundee look to it, that guard. And it's just bitching. So I just wanted to do a video to tell you guys, don't shy away from cheaper blades. Don't always shy away. Not every single one is going to be junk, right? Not every single one's going to fall apart. And I always get that kind of comments. Oh, that piece of crap, that thing's going to break instantly. Oh, it's the first time you do anything with it. I'll do another review on this and show you guys what this thing can do. I'll do another review, batoning, chopping, everything. And that thing, it's stainless steel. It's probably 440, but this sucker, still razor sharp. I just throw it through the work sharp a few times and it gets back to razor sharp. So as long as you have a sharpener, I don't worry about it dulling out faster. Just throw it through the work sharp and it gets back to sharp. And like I said, and you don't have to worry about breaking it, or even if you do break it, which I've had this for 15 years and abused the shit out of it and it hasn't broke yet. But even if it does break, you're out $20, $25. So, I mean, I'm telling you guys are missing out. And then again, you don't have to worry about damaging it, hurting it. You cry if you break a $200 knife. Now, you break a $20 knife, not too bad. And this one can handle it, guys. This one can handle it. So, yeah, that's why I had to pick up the second one. Just to have it for my collection in the future, because I know this knife is awesome. It's just freaking awesome. For the price, I don't know how they do it. It's hard. I hate to give back, because I always, once in a while, even myself, I get into that habit of saying cheap Pakistani shit. I'll just Pakistani junk, because there is a lot of junk out there from Pakistan. But these guys are trying to make a living. They're just trying to make a living like any other freaking country. They're working with what they have. This one here, I know for a fact, is awesome. Full tang. I mean, just awesome. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't matter what country it is, when they're misleading. That's what I hate, when they're misleading. These, as you could tell, are full tang, but like that one from Pakistan, which was listed as full tang construction, ended up being a weld job in the middle of the dam underneath the guard, was the giant killer buoy. Now that pisses me off when they mislabel something to try to sell it, and it should be, you think it's one big honking thick piece of steel, and this little tack weld shit job underneath the guard hiding. So if you ever smash it too hard and the blade can come back and stab you, possibly seriously injuring you, that's what I have a problem with. But other than that, dude, I don't give a shit. I know for a fact this holds up good, you know. I've tested these things thousands of times. This one here, and this one got all rusted out, and I think I did a video on this. You can go back and see where I took steel wool and just put cleaner rust remover on it. Took all the rust off of it, and then I resharpened it, and look at this thing. Looks great for being 15 years old and totally abused. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Please like, subscribe, and until next night for whatever.